Good evening and tonight, viewers. It's Three Roads Gaming, here with more Let's Play Breath of the Wild. Last time we got all the hearts necessary to... I've never seen a deer attack me before. I didn't know they could do that. Okay. Not very deer-like of you. Anyway, if I go over here, this will eventually... Well... Elden? Oh, I want to go over here. Never mind. So Kofi was the wrong choice. Go to Namaka Oz, and then go north from there. Yeah, that's right. That's when I want to go to Elden. But anyway, we got the hearts necessary to make the Master Sword happen. Okay. We're now in the Lost Woods. Lost Woods, another one of those concepts that shows up a crap ton in Japanese. Mayoi no Mori, if memory serves. Obviously, Zelda calls it the Lost Woods. Super Mario World called it the Forest of Illusion. Oh, there were some others. Basically, anytime there's a forest where weird shit happens, it's called Mayoi no Mori in Japanese. Okay, so... Where's the torch? There's supposed to be a torch. So what we want to do, we want to follow these torches. So walk from one torch to the other. That's part one of this riddle. If we stray too far off path, something bad happens. Ah, hell, I'll just show you. Yeah, you hear some sort of evil, well, mischievous laughter. And they just sort of deposit you back at the beginning. Well, that's fine. I don't want to waste a shock arrow on a fox. Foxes shouldn't be given any meat of any quality. I've already ranted about this, though. Anyway, you see how there's like a little... You see how the flame is like giving off little specks in a specific direction? You're going to want to follow that. Now, eventually, we're going to run out of torches, which means we need to be the torch. So every so often, just stop. Head in the direction of where your little flames are shooting. So this way. Now this way. But yeah, I think Phantom Forest in FF6 was also a Mayoi no Mori. This way. If you don't have anything you can light a flame, well, I mean, you're going to want a torch because it will never burn out. Yes. I mean, I'm sure there's someone who's memorized the path. Like a speedrunner or something. Okay, I see that clearing. I think we're clear. Let's light their various plants. ablaze. Alright, here we are at Korok Forest. There is a shrine here. I want to find... There's Hestu. We can visit him here now. But what I want is I want this shrine. I'm not going to go in there yet. Because I'm a little shrined out right now. But I can warp here if need be. Which means I won't ever have to do that bullshit again. The big prize, the one we want, is this, the Master Sword. If you don't have at least 13 hearts, regardless of, I don't know if it matters if it's here. Oh, they got a bed in here. I'm just gonna rest. I'm not gonna waste food. Go until noon. Obviously, no weather in here. It's never gonna rain or thunderstorm because it's under so damn much tree action. Alright. Bunch of silent princesses around here. So let's take them. It's kind of a dense area. If you want to know if there's something you can pick up, I recommend... If you have Stasis Plus, which I got off screen from Pura, I'd recommend just using that. That'll let you know what you can interact with. Anyway, let's take the sword.
Link.
Again, yellow hearts don't count on this one.
Who is that? Did
I don't care about that. There we are. And we've done it! We have obtained the Master Sword. As is true to Zelda lore, it's not the strongest sword in the game, but it is the best. It's normally got 30 attack power, but if you're near enemies under Ganon's influence, it boosts up to 60. Also, it's got extremely high endurance, and it never breaks, it just occasionally has a cooling off period.
Your master will come for you.
Okay, thank you. I want control back. Oh yeah. And you get a special inventory slot just for the Master Sword. So speaking of inventory slots, pay a visit to Hestu. I don't think I have enough Korok seeds for anything else, but I get an extra bow slot and a shield slot. Which means that now that I have... No. Also, another fun thing you can do with Hestu is this. Get nude. Yeah, he likes that we're both naked. I'm gonna save. I'm not gonna call it an episode yet, though. Instead, it's time to actually no foolin', progress the plot. We're gonna go to Rito Village first, because the ability that we get out of doing this is just, it is the nun's tits. It is beautiful. It's the best one by far. The other ones are okay. They're fine. But this one is God tier. Oh yeah, now that we've warped away, this is DLC shit. Unfortunately, I can't skip any of this, and it takes a friggin' year every time. I am feeling myself age. Basically, this is part of the DLC. It's called the Trial of the Sword. I can go back to the Korok Forest and do these dumb little challenges where, like, I'm stripped nude, etc. It makes the Master Sword stronger. There's a beginner, intermediate, and master trial. Each trial makes you stronger to the tune of 10. But I don't care about that. It's a waste of my time. Also, it's a little too luck-based for my tastes. Anyway, let's go look for the, Elder. Here we are, the Elder. That is. So each race kind of has different reactions to Link in regards to being a champion. The Rito don't seem to do a really good job of oral history and storytelling, so they think he's just a descendant. The Zoras are really, really friggin' long-lived, so I mean, they were still kicking around before you were awake, or before you were put to sleep, so they remember you. The Gerudo obviously don't live that long, but they do a really good job of passing down their history. So they know exactly who you are, and the Gorons just don't really seem to care all that much. I think that's pretty accurate. Teba and Saki, if you put their names together, I think you make like a dish of some kind. Yeah, I'm just gonna skip. Rivali is basically... If you played Star Fox, he's basically Falco. He's got the skills that pay the bills, but he's got a permanent mat-on for the main character. Alright, so we want to go to Dronox Pass. First, I want some arrows. Which, the general store should have what I need. As opposed to the specific store. Here we are. Every general store has arrows. Alright, is there anything I can sell? All I have is an opal. At some point, I'm gonna go between episodes and get a whole mess of money. Alright, let's go to Dronox Pass. Gonna need the cold weather gear for this. Well, let's take off from Rivali's Landing. This isn't Rivali's Landing. It's the one with the bird wings on it. Might be next to Saki there. There's Rivali's Landing. I don't know if it ever rains over here. I don't think it does. Yeah, I'm also shrined out, but I am going to summon, I'm gonna awaken this shrine. As there is... Ooh. Okay, so occasionally you'll meet, bokoblins on horseback. Coincidentally, those horses are actually extremely well trained. Also, here's another fun thing you can do. You can use Stasis Plus to just kind of freeze them off the horseback. Which I think is just hilarious. You got to imagine what that looks like to their buddies. It'd be like, I gotta either get off drugs or start taking drugs. One of the two. Shawarvo Shrine. That was the Path of Hidden Winds, I believe. Which I'll deal with at some point. This here's the flight range. And here's Teba. He's Rivali's direct descendant and the best Rito warrior. Five of the targets in 3 minutes. That's easy. And I got the arrows to do it.
Not bad. Keep it up.
Keep in mind that the arrows will occasionally arc. There are a couple of bows that don't arc. One of them is... Well, I'm going to get one at one point. Though I want an unarcing bow for a later version of this challenge. He says it's a bow he's modified, but it's the there's no difference between that or any other iteration of the bow. I'm gonna tell him to wait a second. It's possible that, you know, there will be some... Sorry, viewers had to sneeze. It's possible that there will be some sort of modification on it if the experience is high enough. I guess I probably need to talk about experience. I'm gonna go to Hollow Nige. I want to basically figure out what I need to upgrade the cold weather armor, because I'm going to be using that in the next dungeon. So experience works like this. Every time you kill a monster, Link gains a little bit of hidden experience. Once that experience value crests over a certain number, stuff starts happening. Eventually you start getting weapons with upgrades in them, and stronger monsters start appearing. No, I'm not going to hurt the money bunny. I'm not that hard up for cash. And it doesn't even give that much cash. And also, I'm not going to hurt a bunny. You're safe with me, bunnies. Safe with me. Alright, let's see what we need. Do we need? Okay, I need red choo-choo jellies. Which, I know where to find those. Alright, I'm going to upgrade my cold weather armor a couple notches. And then, I will meet you next episode when we go tackle Vomito. This has been Three Roads Gaming. Sure, I'm glad the road brought you here. Hope it brings you back my way again soon. Have a good one, everybody.